Good morning, everyone. I'm Oscar Ribello, and I'm here to just speak a little bit about this new brat on the block, Khattar, who I think everyone in Goa now and perhaps the rest of the country is familiar with. Whenever we have a young Muslim boy somewhere in some part of India who woos a Hindu girl, we immediately dub that love jihad and we throw the guy into jail. If an innocent pastor is preaching something within the confines of his little room or little church in UP to his followers, he says something which someone feels is objectionable, we arrest him. But a vile, wicked, evil, deliberate, and outrageous statement like this, the desecration of St. Francis Xavier, by the scum of the earth, a Khattar, in Goa will possibly, in my opinion, rationalized eventually, explained, deflected, and I wonder if any arrest will be made and an example will be made of this man. The one positive outcome of this whole episode has been that the organizers of the event, probably equally stunned, were first off the block even without any coaxing and have profusely apologized for what was said from their platform at this event at Tilak Maidan in Vasco. Not Marvin Godino, not Sankalp Amonkar, not Daji Salkar. They were stunned, but they clearly did not react the way they should have as leaders. The ball now is obviously in the government's court. We have to see whether they do the right thing, arrest this man, prosecute him with the full majesty of the law, and make an example of him so that no one else comes to Goa, or for that matter, in any part of the country, and has the gumption and the gall to make a hate speech of this magnitude. But my question is a little larger. Clearly, this man, Khattar, is influenced by the ideology of our times, the ideology of Hindutva. So I've got a lot of RSS friends who I speak to and I engage with on a constant basis. You have to engage with even those you disagree. And they always tell me about the positive aspects of Hindutva. And in many ways, to my mind, that's good. The resurgence of Hindu civilization, the merits, the positive merits of yoga and Ayurveda and Hindu wisdom, which has been there for 5,000 years, this whole civilizational pride that has been installed in us, a Hindu civilizational pride, that is not the domain or the exclusive capital of just the Hindus of India. That civilization is as much theirs as it's mine. But in a positive way. I've got to be able to absorb all that is positive about that philosophy. And I do not think that minority bashing, to my mind, whatever I've read and whatever I've tried to analyze and whoever I've spoken to, the Hindu religion has never, ever denigrated gods or saints of another religion. Never in its 5,000-year-old history. You may have individuals doing it, but not as a philosophy. Unlike many other religions, which for centuries have made it their mission to denigrate other gods and convert and change and do whatever. I'd basically want to turn over, frankly speaking, to the Bhagwad Gita. And I would want my RSS friends and those who propound the ideology of positive Hindutva to educate me on this as to how they could keep quiet, because theirs is the voice that must be the loudest in this protest against the denigration of St. Francis Xavier, because this does not conform, in my opinion, with the principles of Hinduism. There are these amazing verses in the Gita, which, well, when Krishna tells Arjuna in the Mahabharata, He says, whatever happened, my Sanskrit is obviously not there, so I'll have to say that in English. Whatever happened, happened for the good. Whatever is happening is for the good. Whatever will happen shall also be for the good. The Gita emphasizes that change is the law of the universe, and we must accept that relationships are temporary. He probably talks about love and human relationships, but I think this would expand also to our societal relationships. Focus on the present duty, our dharma. Your current responsibility is to look after your own emotional well-being and growth, not to spend time in the past replaying situations, which is a waste of energy. I'm not saying this. These are words from the Bhagwad Gita. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul and the enemy as well. If you allow your mind to dwell on a past situation, it acts as an enemy. By practicing mindfulness and meditation, you can control the mind, making it a friend. There's no way in hell Gautam Khattar, who was speaking about Hindutva, understood this concept at all. Witness, don't absorb. The Gita teaches that the self is a witness, untouched by past actions. So you cannot go on back harping to the Portuguese and the Mughals, etc., etc. Untouched by past actions. You can observe the painful memories without identifying with them or allowing them to control you. What is happening today with the violent streak of Hindutva is precisely this. And in sum, it says, protect yourself, set boundaries, and stop checking up on the past. Acknowledge and move on. It is fine to acknowledge the pain, but do not make a home in it. And turn towards your future. Focus on a meaningful goal that inspires you. This is probably to do with the individual, but I would think it also explains the wisdom for us as a society. It's true that there are nasty pastors who travel the countryside, who go to tribal villages, convert village upon village by preaching the gospel. You have mullahs who probably do this and convert people to Islam, to the faith of Islam. There is no problem whatsoever in propounding the gospel and in propounding the Quran. But when you encourage these tribals to destroy their idols, their gods, which they've worshipped for over 10,000 years perhaps, much before the advent of Christ and the Prophet, that is a problem in this country. That is a problem that the Hindus cannot compartmentalize and rationalize. Because Hinduism is basically a polytheistic religion. It is not a monotheistic religion. So they don't understand this concept of destroying gods. And Gautam Khattar does that. He tries to destroy a saint which is beloved for the vast majority of Goans, both Catholic, Hindu, Muslim, and globally. So, all that we can think of, or the message that comes out from this whole Khattar episode, we do hope that he's arrested. We do hope that he faces the majesty of the law and he's made an example of, that no one else has the temerity or the gall to come and do this again in Goa. But for us as Goans, what we need to do is take in the wisdom from the Gita. We must stop living in the past. Yes, understand it, celebrate it, take the positive aspects out of it, influence your lives with it. But we must focus on the present. The present today in Goa is the widespread degradation of our forests, the destruction of our environment, the terrible economy that we are imposing on our people. The present in Goa is Karapur and Unity Mall and the Siridao Palais agitation, and it's the 39A, and it's these giant ugly casinos coming in the Mandovi. This is our present. If we do not fix this present now, then the future is going to be so dark, so ominous, and so dreadful, I guarantee you, my fellow Goans, that neither would Saint Francis Xavier nor Bhagwan Parshuram be able to save us from our fate if we continue to live with the ghosts of the past and do not address the monsters of the present. By all means then, we need to go and arrest Gautam Khattar. But we must promise ourselves that we will not be prisoners of our own minds. Thank you.